In this video, I'm going to go over a simple repair that will help you solve your charging issues. If you notice that every time you try to charge your phone, your charger doesn't fit well. Maybe it won't even go in all the way. This won't even go in and lock in. And so, while it may charge, it's going to be loose and the connector will easily fall out. Sometimes you'll have to lay your phone a certain way on the cable to make it work. And that's just not ideal. So the common solution would be to just replace the USB port on your device. Now, while that is a common solution, it's not necessarily an easy one, and it definitely doesn't fit the repairs that I do on this channel. But something that shouldn't be neglected is your USB port. This is where all of your energy goes into your phone. Obviously, this is where you charge it. It also outputs electricity if you want to connect a fan, or there's tons of things you can connect to your ports. So you don't want to neglect these USB ports. And the same goes for iPhone owners. If you have an Apple iPhone, any version, they use the Lightning port, but it can also suffer the same issues. What we've got here is a phone that has been carried around a lot, and after a while it gathers a great deal of lint or dust. You can see in there, and that really blocks up the connector's ability to properly fasten itself into the phone. If you look in there, you can see that there's some kind of lint in there. You'll need a simple tool for this. I've made my own. You want to make sure that you have something plastic, or at least non-conductive. I've chosen plastic because it's going to be more rigid and should help me dig this stuff out a little easier. And I found this little propeller, so I cut it into a pointed tip and a little more of a flat tip that should fit easily into the port. Now, the reason you don't want this to be conductive is because your USB port, while it does accept power, it also sends power back out in some cases. And we don't want to use a metal object like this flathead screwdriver, because you could easily short out those connections and cause tremendous issues in your phone, or kill it altogether. So what you want to do when you notice that you're having this problem with your phone is take your little plastic cleaning tool of whichever design that you choose, and you want to just stick it down in the port. Try not to hit. If it's a USB, micro USB, you're going to have a little, you can see right there, there's a little connector. It's part of the USB connector. It's fairly fragile, and it basically hangs out into the middle of the port itself. So you don't want to damage that, but if you go under it, you can dig. You can see the lint coming out. Now, we've removed that much lint, which doesn't look like much, but in a tiny micro USB port or a Lightning port, that's a pretty significant amount of lint that was clearly causing the connector to not be able to fasten properly. And now that we've cleaned it out, you can look down in there and see that there's no more lint inside. And you can take your USB charger and you can hear it snap into place. And now it's just as secure as it ever was. And that should solve your charging issues, if that's the only issue you had. Now this is just one of the many simple solutions that I've come up with for solving issues with your cell phone. I use mainly household products, or I make something, as I have here, that will do the job. I try to do things that are low cost or even free, using things I have around the house, and that will provide a solution for people that actually need it. These scenarios are not made up. These are issues that I have on a daily basis. I mean, I don't have Lint in my phone every day, but these are things that have happened to me before. And I've had to come up with these solutions to solve these problems on my own. And that's the whole purpose of this, is sharing these with you. If this video has helped you fix your USB port, or give you an idea to at least clean it out and maintain it every once in a while, leave a like, give me a thumbs up. If you've got any suggestions on what I can do better, or how you have cleaned your ports out, leave a comment down below and let me know how you do it. I'm always interested to see what other people are doing, or what other homegrown fixes there are for simple problems like this. And while you're here on my channel, you might as well check out a few of the other solutions I've come up with for other issues, such as a cracked screen or repairing a USB cable, just like this, to keep you from having to throw your USB cables away. And while you're there, make sure you subscribe to my channel so you don't miss the product giveaways, or the updates, or the simple fixes that I post. As always, thanks for watching.